Welcome back. In today's tutorial I'll be showing you how to add transitions to slides in Microsoft PowerPoint. Last video we looked at animations and today we're going to be looking at transitions. So this is how to move from one slide to another. You can fade it and add a lot more effects. So we've got two slides here for this example. We've got the blue title slide and then the white first page slide. So to add a transition, go to the Transitions tab here at the top and you'll see all of the options we have here. If we were to add a transition here on slide number 1, which is the title slide, it will be the fade in to the PowerPoint. So we'll choose a fade and it will fade in from black. So if we hit F5, it will fade into the first slide. You can see that it's got the little star here under the number 1 that indicates we've got the animation transition. If we were to then select number 2, we could add a fade to that and it will fade from the first to the second. It will say here at the top, transition to this slide, so you know which way it's coming in. So that's the fade into the first one, and then if we were to go ahead and click the next button, it will fade into the second slide. So that's how to add transitions. There are a few others you can check, and you can always preview them by clicking on them. But there are a few other settings that we can change. If we select slide 2, we can go ahead and select Effect Options. That will change whether it fades through black or if it fades smoothly. So a smooth fade will integrate the middle of the two, and then through black it will fade to black from the first and then to the second. So if that makes sense, it goes from the blue to black to white. If it was the smooth one, it would go straight from blue to white. Now these effect options will be different depending on the transition we've chosen. So I've chosen the fall over transition. You can see how that works and looks. On the effect options here, we can choose left or right, and those are the only options. So if we choose right, it will fall from the right side. And these will change depending on the transition we choose. We can also add a sound, so you can take a look at this drop-down box for all the options we've got. You can loop it until the next sound plays as well with that option at the bottom, and whether you want these or not, it's completely up to you. We can also change the duration of the transition, so it's set at 2 seconds as default. If we were to go ahead and change that to 5 seconds, and then we'll preview it, you can see it's taking 5 seconds to fall down, like that. If our presentation has multiple slides and you don't want to add a transition to each of them, you can add the same one. So if we were to select slide number 2, we've got the fall over transition at 5 seconds. We can click this Apply to All button. Once we've clicked it and we'll now preview it, you can see it's added the fall over onto all of the slides. So if we were to hit next, the next slide will fall into the next one and all the way throughout the presentation. You could then go back to the first slide and change that to a different transition if you don't want the one that is throughout the entire presentation. For example, if you just wanted a fade in for the first one but a different one for all of the following slides. And then finally we can change how and when the transition occurs. It's currently set to on mouse click, but if we were to go ahead and click this after box, we could then change this time in here to say 2 seconds. And then if we were to preview it from this slide, you can see that without clicking, the slide has transitioned automatically after the 2 seconds. And that's it. Thankfully transitions are nice and simple in PowerPoint, so there wasn't too much to cover, but if you have any questions or video suggestions, then leave them in the comments and I'll try my best to answer your questions and do videos on the suggestions you have. It leaves me with saying thanks for watching. I really hope you found the video helpful. If you did, remember to leave a like, feel free to subscribe. I will see you in another video.